Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Celestial C888 and today we'll be using the Mystic Fairy Tarot deck for your monthly reading, as well as the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, the Moonology Oracle cards, and last but not least, the Romance Angel Oracle cards. Now without further ado, let us begin. Alright, Aquarius, these are your cards, and this is your general reading for the entire month of October 2022. Now, first impressions that I have for you, Aquarius, as a collective, I am getting that there is an issue or a problem that you have in your life that needs to be solved. Now, because this is a general reading, it could be within any aspect of your life. That could be relationships, finance, career, health, whatever it is. There is an issue, there is a problem that, it's a pretty big, and you cannot face it on your own. You guys need help in some way, Aquarius, because the first card that you have for your reading is the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords just tells me that again, yes, there's like a big issue. For some of you, it may be started off small, but it's now getting bigger and bigger. This issue, this problem, whatever is going on, it is too big for one person to handle by themselves. So therefore, that is why you need two people, two fairies here to help you with this issue. Now, for some of you, it might be an issue at work. For others, maybe it's an issue at school. Maybe it's, an issue with a relationship or a friendship of some sorts, in which case I would definitely say, try to get the help of an outside party if it's like a friendship or a romantic relationship, just because those people who are like closely involved or closely invested into those significant others, might not have the most biased opinion. So like I would say, if you can see a counselor, if you can see a therapist, if this is the issue, about that, it'd probably be the best way to go. Somebody who is neutral to like you and the other person would definitely be the way to go if it is about, a relationship. But whatever it is, whatever aspect of this general reading it's for, it is a big issue, and it's going to take more than one person to solve, because I definitely feel for a good amount of you in the collective, Aquarius, and this doesn't have to apply to everybody. We are all on different journeys, but a good amount of you in the collective have been like the Knave of Wands, not necessarily doing anything because you don't want to look foolish if you do something. So you've been studying, you've been patiently waiting, you've been like learning some new skills of some sort to like help solve the problem, but you're also like not 100% sure if it's going to look like the best the first time you do it. You kind of want it in a way where you do this action, this whatever it is you need to solve the problem, but you don't want to look foolish when you like commit to the action. So you would rather not do, or at least not appear to be doing anything at all, so that you don't look foolish, versus like actually trying and then looking foolish for doing so. So again, for those of you, I would say this might even more apply to like a work situation. So maybe there's a issue or a problem at work that has been put on your lap to solve, but you don't necessarily know how to completely solve it. But like, instead of you have some ideas of like what you probably can do, but you're not 100% sure if that will actually fix the issue. So because you're not 100% sure if the possible solutions that you have come up with so far will fix the issue, you're kind of just like not doing anything about it, because you don't want to like commit to do something and then for it to not work out, is the feeling that I have with this Knave of Wands. You guys are kind of just like on a state of inaction because you don't want to look foolish, not because you cannot necessarily do anything. The next card we have is the Judgment card. Now, the Judgment card tells me, Aquarius, that I feel as if for a good amount of you with this issue, with this problem that you need to resolve, the reason why you might maybe not have gotten help is because you're afraid of being judged. You're afraid of people looking down at you for actually needing the help that you need. And there shouldn't be anything wrong with needing help when you need help, Aquarius. But right now you're kind of just like, I don't want to look like I need help with this issue right now. I'm not going to be judged by my coworkers. I'm not going to be judged by my friends. I'm not going to be judged by my family members for not knowing how to do this. But at the end of the day, Aquarius, the responsibility is yours. The power is yours of like how you're going to resolve the issue. You know, you have to make a decision at some point or another. It is still your responsibility. You can't really think about like how people are going to judge me, versus like actually solving the problem. Because I'll tell you this, people will probably look at you worse for not solving the issue, or at least not addressing or doing anything about the issue, versus just judging you based off of how you chose to like fix the issue. The next card you have, Aquarius, is the Devil card. And I want to say that for some of you, you kind of feel like you're in a bind, you're kind of trapped because you haven't figured out what you're going to do. And I want to say this is like mostly in your head. You guys aren't really trapped, but you until you take back control, until you admit that you need help in some way, you are going to just feel like, a state of inaction, a state of not being able to do anything, because that's what's keeping you from freedom. So like the hard, painful truth of the matter is, Aquarius, you do need help. This issue is bigger than just for you to solve it. As hard as it is, as painful as it is with this Devil card, you do need help. And I feel as if once you admit that you need help and once you seek out the help that you need, then only then you will be freed of this burden, free to like move forward. But you have to admit that you need the help. But I do believe, Aquarius, that you have the strength to come to that realization by yourselves, because the next card you have is the Strength card. And it's like I said before, you have the power, you have the inner strength, the inner workings to do the things that you need to do. Maybe the issue or the problem, is it going to be a one person job like maybe you had wanted it to be, or maybe you initially thought it was going to be. But just because it's not just your own strength doesn't mean that it's no less you putting in your time and energy into fixing the issue. And again, this is, going to be different for different people. We are all on different journeys. But Aquarius, as a collective, I have to tell you, to remember where your strength lies. Maybe if it's a project, maybe your strength lies in like presentation, or in like a speaking world, and it's not necessarily in like nitty gritty facts or something or research. Maybe that's not where your strength is. Play to where your strength actually is, and allow other people to help you, Aquarius. And the final card you have for the Fae Tarot deck is the Three of Pentacles. And again, like I said, you have talents, you have skills to nurture a project, to make a project come into fruition. But at the same time, Aquarius, again, I want to say you have to be willing to ask for that help when you need that help. It's not a sign of weakness not to ask for help. It's completely crazy to think that you'll be able to do something by yourselves. I mean, if somebody needs to build a house, is it possible that they could build a house by themselves? Yes. But is it helpful to have multiple people around to help build that house, so that not only can it be done faster, but you have other people putting in their creative input or like their own expertise on it, so that you can build the best house possible, especially if this is like a house that you're building for your family? Then of course. So yes, with this Three of Pentacles, don't be afraid to like rely on other people's strengths and skills as well as your own, Aquarius. Now let's move on to the Psychic Tarot cards that you have. The first card we have is the Throat Chakra. So with the Throat Chakra, I want to say for a good amount of you, Aquarius, and the collective, you need to speak up, especially about needing the help that you need to solve your problems. or issue. For some of you, it might be multiple problems. For some of you others, it might just be one. And whether or not it's about, work, school, relationships, whatever is going on in your life, I definitely feel that you're not speaking up. You're not speaking the truth about, how much you're struggling, how much you need, actual help, support from other people. And with this throat chakra here, this one is telling you that, you need to speak up, you need to say what you need to say. Also, Aquarius, if you are into, working on your chakras, you can also listen to the throat chakra music. You can find that on YouTube. I'm pretty sure there's other places you can find it as well. I personally like to listen to like each chakra musics by themselves. Each chakra like places by themselves. So I'll like have a day where I'll only listen to like the heart chakra, or the solar plexus chakra. I'll do that for like maybe a week, so that all of my chakras will be in line. And you can do that for like just playing music that you sleep with, music that you're playing when you're doing yoga, whatever it is that you need to do to get your throat chakra in line. But I definitely feel for the good amount of the Aquarius and the collective. This is about you just not speaking up when you need to speak up about like needing help. And your next card for the Psychic Tarot cards is the Trapped in Fear. So again, I definitely feel for a good amount of you Aquarius, you're trapped in fear of like how people will look at you if you like end up needing help, end up not knowing how to handle a situation that you said that you are going to be able to handle by yourself. I feel as if a lot of you, for the reason why you haven't seeked help is because you're kind of just like afraid of how people will look at you, afraid of like looking like a failure. And this is all in your head. You don't need to be feeling this. You don't have to be worrying about this like this. I want to say, Aquarius, that there are people around who will help you, who are genuine, good people who will help you. You just have to get out of this trapped in fear that your mentality that you're in. And if for whatever reason, the people around you are not, the greatest people, then you should try to seek out people who are, whether that be, a therapist, a counselor, whatever, try to seek out people who will be willing to help you. If you are a new person at a job and you don't know how to do something, find that senior person who's been there a while, who is nice, who will be willing to help you. Don't let yourself just stay at your desk because you're trapped in fear about like not looking professional, not looking like you know what you're doing. And ask questions. I feel as if for a lot of people out there, it can be hard to just admit that you need help when you need help. But like, that is a thing that I'm getting strongly for you Aquarius for the month of October. Next, we'll have your Moonology cards. And the Moonology cards that you have is your commitment is being tested. So I definitely feel for a good amount of you in the collective. The reason why your commitment is being tested is because you're not, again, asking for the help that you need. You're not admitting that that you need the help. So, perhaps your commitment to like solving the issue. Again, some of you are in a state of not doing anything because you don't want to look foolish, and that is not the way to go. You shouldn't not do anything because you don't want to look foolish. Every once in a while you're just gonna look foolish for some reason or another. Definitely be better to look slightly foolish now and like possibly get the help you need than to not do anything and look even more foolish. But yes, your commitment is being tested, Aquarius. So whatever that means for whichever Aquarius is watching, we're all on different journeys once again. Definitely go back to thinking about what your goals are, thinking about what you wanted to get done for yourself, so that you can put your focus back onto what you need to be focused on. And finally, we have your Romance Angel cards. Now, for those of you who are already happily in a relationship, situationship, happily single, you can you don't necessarily have to take this part of the reading. This is really more for those who are single, who are, you know, interested in knowing what their romantic tarot stuff is. So let's see. The first card is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmation, and visualizations will bring you together. For some of you Aquarius out here, you've been thinking about calling in your soulmate, praying. Some of you, you know, just wondering when that person is going to get there. And I want to say for those of you who are looking for your soulmate, you know, I definitely feel a good amount of you that person is coming for you. And we have let your friends help, ask for and accept support from others. Now, again, this could be as part of just, you know, the issue that you want to solve. Let your friends help. I've been saying that, you know, over and over. Let people help you. Or it could, maybe the whole reading is about, you know, you trying to find a romantic partner, and you'll maybe find that romantic partner with the help of your friends in some way. Maybe a friend will introduce you together, or maybe a friend will invite you to a place and you'll happen to run into that person. It could be anything for anybody. All right, Aquarius, that is your general reading for the month of October. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, comment. I love to hear from the community as we grow, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.